I've been wanting to put out some more educational content here on YouTube for how you guys can improve at Street Fighter 6, and I thought the best way to do that was with some replay reviews. So I asked some of my Twitch and YouTube stream viewers to send in their replays. I sent out a form to get their information, CFN rank, up to 3 replays, and then any specific questions that they wanted answered. As you can see, about 50 people sent in replays, which we're not going to get to all of them in this video, if at all. I went through about 6 or 7 of these, went through their replays, answered their questions if they had any specific ones, showed some things off in training mode, and hopefully that helps you guys as well, because I feel like a lot of the problems that you guys are having are going to be shared problems that a lot of other people do have as well. Now, I might not have gotten to everyone in this video, but hopefully that you guys do enjoy it and I can continue making more of these. I would definitely like to do so for you guys. With that being said, I'll keep the forum open, so I'll leave the link in the description. If you want your replays reviewed and have a chance for me to look at them, just put your replays there and I'll check them out. And before we get into it, just a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps the channel out a lot. And let's get into it. All right, the first one I wanted to take a look at. We'll get to this guy MRE next, but I think it makes sense not to do a master rank player first, since not everyone is master rank. Plat 5s is probably like the average rank of people that watch my stuff, I would guess. We'll take a look at this guy Run's replays and his question. All right, so Run says, I feel like I sometimes become really scared of grabs that I end up mashing grab or jab whenever I feel too threatened. I also feel like my normals never reach compared to others. Do I need to micro walk or something? I am not that good at fighting games. Well, he's already in platinum, so he's decent. That's what top, I would think, like 10 or 20%, so that's not too bad for maybe your first fighting game. So this is 2 completely different questions. The first one we'll address, this is just a part of defense. Basically, he's saying that whenever his opponent has offense, maybe throw looping him or whatever, he gets really scared and just mashes something, which is a option that you can do. But what I like to think is most important in defense is not really the option you pick, but that you're conscious of the option that you're picking. The reason this is because if you pick an option and then you don't really think about it, you're not really capturing in your brain whether it was a good or bad choice. Like, if you pick an option, commit to it, then you can later on reflect on it and be like, well, that worked out. That was a good risk in that situation. Let's say Jury knocks me down and goes for a throw loop. I have a lot of options here. I've got jab, I've got throw tech. Jury specifically has jump medium punch to counter throws. I've got EX reversal. Picking any one of these specifically could potentially beat the option that your opponent is picking. Even like mashing a button can sometimes be good. Like, say your opponent is going back for a shimmy. Like, you see a lot of good players mash low forward in order to beat that specific option. So there's not any one option that is necessarily bad, because there's always going to be something that it can beat of your opponent. The main thing is that you're mixing up between your options. You're not just being completely obvious with them. And then also that you're consciously thinking about it. You're not just autopiloting your response every time. Like this guy was saying, he was getting scared. You shouldn't be scared of it. If you're going to mash jab, do it with confidence. If you're going to do something that beats a grab, like a reversal or a throw tech, do that, but do it with confidence. So for that question in particular, that's a question about defense. I have this playlist on YouTube called Lessons that's captured in this video called Offense. Obviously, it's a Street Fighter 5 video, so it's not going to be completely the same, but the concepts are pretty much the same. All of these are Street Fighter 5, but you know, they're fundamental fighting game concepts. So then the next question you ask was pertaining to footsies. So you can watch that video. I'll try and answer your question real quick as well. So once again, his question was that he feels like his normals never reach compared to others. Do I need to micro walk or something? The short answer is yes, you need to micro walk. You don't play footsies by just sitting still and never moving. You kind of have to move around and, you know, play that footsies dance with your opponent to try and weave in and out of their range, try and move into yours. A good drill you can do while you're starting out is just press your buttons and see the ranges, the maximum ranges that you can press each of them at. Just practice moving it around so you know that you know the exact range you're going to be at. So that's kind of the first step, knowing the distance of your buttons, but eventually your opponent's going to start moving back and forth. They're not going to be super obvious with where they're playing, and sometimes you'll be at the range but they'll walk back right at that moment and your button will whiff. And that's kind of good because it means you're doing the right thing, but it means you've moved on to the next step, which is your opponent starting to try and whiff punish you. And then that's when you gotta kind of think about your spacing a little bit more in relation to your opponent. All right, so this guy is also an Aki player, so Aki's buttons just also don't really reach anywhere, so that also might be part of the problem. Okay, no anti-air right there. That's pretty important early on. Try and get those anti-airs down. Aki's got stand heavy kick and her anti-air whip. Alright, good on the parries for the fireballs, not trying to lose too much drive gauge. Little miss on the throw tag. Nice confirm into a combo. Oh, I think that's a safe jump setup. No anti-air there again. I think the double dash was a little bit too presumptuous that he wouldn't jump. A lot of the times when people see a fireball, they're gonna jump. Even in master rank, I throw out a jury fireball, people are just gonna jump over it. So you kind of gotta be looking out for the anti-air a lot of the time. Nice button. I mean, you're playing the buttons really well, I feel like, so far. Okay, that wasn't a punish, but it worked out. Frame trap right there. Nice combo. Set it up. A little bit late, but still got it. No DI. Oh, you did press it, but a little bit too late. Okay. I feel like that was a pretty solid round. Okay, went for the jump again. He got the anti-air jab, but you know, that's not too much damage. Don't really have to worry about that. So I can see you're kind of walking back a lot and just only approaching with jumps so far. So that's probably why you feel like your normals aren't reaching. It's because you're not really willing to walk forward so that your buttons are in range. Okay, just a sweep again. All right. I mean, it doesn't seem like you're panicking too much so far. That tech was a little bit bad because he wasn't really in throw range. You should only be really baited into teching when they're in throw range. Otherwise, there's not really a reason to get scared in tech. Just pressing a button would be a better option if you think they're going to walk forward. He dropped his combo. You still have a chance though, so you don't want to like throw it away on a jump again. Now DI might kill, but you get hit with a low forward. Yeah, I think your approach is just kind of linear in this first game. Like you're just approaching with fireball and jump. Okay, jump's not a bad option there. It's the back throw. Base out the DP. Okay. Got the combos on point. Yes, sir. Set it up again. Okay, I think that was a shimmy attempt there. Nice. Oh. Yeah, it's not too important to react to those DIs mid-screen, but there was that one time last round when you got DI in the corner. So maybe especially look out for it when you are cornered. Oh, that sweep was pretty risky because you could have gotten back thrown into DI there. But you do get the hit eventually. Okay, nice anti-air from him. Got the back throw. See the back, like you said, you're mashing buttons and throw tech. I don't really see a lot of the mashing buttons, but you're mashing throw tech at pretty much the right spots. Like, obviously it'll lose to things like frame traps and shimmies, but it's like an option that you need to pick sometimes. So it's not bad to panic with that option. Aki doesn't even have a invincible DP, so you can't even rely on that. If you want, you could do invincible level 1s more. Oh, invincible level 3 as well. Personally, I think that was not a great risk. It worked. However, you are in a position where like that level 3 could be used for the next round. You're not in like a do or die situation, so gambling that might actually just lose you the game. Yeah, so there again, I feel like your main way of approaching is only really the jumps and then also like fireball into drive rush. So just trying to play around with your normals more. Like I know Aki's normals are pretty bad, but you still have to use them to threaten and get a little bit more space. Otherwise you're just kind of walking back and your opponent's just going to keep walking forward at you. And once they start anti-airing you, that's when your current strategy will kind of fall apart. Okay, nice. And I would also say when you throw out the fireball into drive rush, just look out for the anti-air more, because it feels like you're not looking out for that enough. And the Ryu player is jumping so much. Nice. Fade it out. Okay. Nice, nice. Oosh. Yeah, I think a lot of the times you're in range of your buttons too, and you're not pressing them. It's only really your medium punch that you're pressing right when you get in range. But I feel like you're kind of ignoring all of your other buttons. Like stand heavy punch is honestly really good with her. You can hit confirm it. I think Punk likes to do like stand medium kick to poke with her as well. Crouch medium kick's not bad either. Okay, I like that. Try and look out for a fireball. Nice. Good interrupt there. Oh, missed your drive rush. It's okay. Next hit should go into super because it'll kill. So that should be on your mind right now. Oh, yeah, a little bit risky on that burnout. Oh, yeah, that wasn't a position where you needed to burn out there. You were just kind of risking it all. You were risking all your bar just hoping you got the hit. But in that situation, you don't need to do that. You still have a chance of just getting a hit normally. And you don't want to just bank it on getting the hit right there. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can punish that. Not really sure what you can do. Nice DI. Also, I think you're not back rising. Is that happening? You're not back rising? So he's getting forward throw into forward throw. Like a throw loop. Oh. That was just unlucky. You didn't have time to DI, I think. But yeah, after forward throw, you should definitely be back rising so that he doesn't get free Oki. Nice. Okay, you caught onto the DIs at the end. I think you should have super there. Okay. Nice. The reason you super there, even if it doesn't kill, is because you just need one more hit anyways. The position you're in at the end, like you're still gonna have to find one hit even if it goes into super. So you might as well just do the hit into super and then take away some of your their drive gauge and build your own. And there also was a chance that you could have killed, but I'm not really sure if you could have, if you blew all your drive gauge. All right, next, since Emery submitted theirs first, I feel like the first one we should definitely look at, just out of respect. MRE is master rank 1443 MR, and their question is, what should I work on? So when I said any specific questions, this is not a specific question. This guy said, how can I improve? This person said, any matchup tips for Ken? So I mean, I'm not gonna be too mad about it because maybe they just felt like they had to put something there. I think it was an optional question. You didn't have to put something here, but yeah, this is not a specific, this is literally the least specific question you could ask. All right, so we got a Cammy player. He's going against a little bit of a higher ranked Ryu player. Just as a reminder for those of you guys not in Master, 1400 is a little bit lower than what you start at Master. The baseline for Master is 1500, and then 1459 is like right below that basically, which is not bad. Obviously there's people that are going to get to master and then start losing immediately to people that were in master for a while. Okay, a lot of drive gauge going from the start into an EXDP. That EXDP I think may not have been a good decision because you're burned out. Even when it hit, I think it wasn't a good decision. So maybe the first tip, just be a little bit more cognizant of your resources, because even there, the best case scenario, the EXDP hitting was worse than if you had just blocked, in my opinion, and taken the throw. Okay, parrying a bit there. Missing some reactions to the DI, missing a reaction to the jump in. I think you try a dive kick there, if I'm not mistaken. Not quite sure. It looks like you're having kind of the same issue as the last guy, where you're just kind of jumping and then also walking back. So being more comfortable playing in neutral, I feel like you're just not pressing any buttons. You gotta press those buttons. Cammy's got great buttons. All you've done is sweep. Okay, a level 2 combo. I think you can do charge drill there at least. But also, I don't think wake up level 2 is a great option either. Might as well just DP or level 1. Okay, hooligan. DI is not bad. Yeah, DI because he doesn't have enough life for another DI. But right now, the main issue is how you're playing neutral, I think. You gotta use your buttons a little bit more. Okay, nice combo. You see the pressure, throw. Okay. Text. Okay, the offense and defense, not looking bad. Some of the combos were a little bit sus. Yeah, I mean, backing up here is not too bad. But it seems like you're just backing up, waiting for a time to jump. That's your main way to approach. Okay, that was guaranteed. So right there, you had to be really aware of the jump out. The main way you lose there is if you get cornered. So his primary way of getting out of the corner is by jumping out. You gotta look out for it. Is it against a different player? I guess this works too, if you want different matchups. Okay, spiral arrow right off the bat. Not sure if that's how you want to be starting off. I do like that you're doing different things though than the last match. Maybe you were scared of Ryu Fireball, but as Cammy, you don't need to be scared of fireballs. If your opponent starts fireballing and makes you not want to press buttons, then you can start reacting and spin knuckling more. And even as other characters, you shouldn't really be too worried about fireballs and just running away. That's not how you're going to beat fireballs, by just running away. Okay, spin knuckle to try and get in. Yeah, it looks like Geef especially is a character you're gonna get crushed if you just try and go in mindlessly. You can't be taking risks on Geef like that. You have to play a little bit slower or you're just gonna take a lot of damage, which is what happened. So I think the main thing, just try and play neutral a bit slower, not rely too much on jump ins and spin knuckle and whatnot. Like, spin knuckle is good on reaction. It's not so good if you're just doing it to do it. And I don't think I saw like a single stand heavy kick. Stand heavy kick's one of Cammy's best buttons. Oh, we got him in the chat. Dantron does games. You thought he'd sweep, that's why you DI. That's not a reason to DI. Like, there's a lot of different things that beat sweep other than just hoping they sweep and doing a DI right then. Like, maybe the reason you're doing the things you're doing is because you're trying to make a very specific read of your opponent, but that's not the right way to play. You have to consider that your opponent's not just going to do exactly what you think. So if you think the Geef player is going to sweep, you can block and then just sweep back. Like, that's a way that beats so many other things, isn't a risk compared to doing DI, and would beat the option that you're thinking about. All right, so next up we got Slane, plat 3 currently. I'm probably a little bit lower in the replays is why he said that, I would guess. Oh, he also says he's plat 4 now, so he ranked up from plat 3 to plat 4, so congrats to him. His question is, would really like some pointers, what specifically you need to improve on and what other offensive options you can add onto your game. So I'm going to ignore the first one because that's not specific at all, even though you use the word specifically. Still not a specific question. This one is a little bit easier to answer on what other options you can add. You know, without looking at the replays, I can't know the options you're missing immediately. This video I think will help a little bit. It's not going to have the Street Fighter 6 specific things and like your character specific things, but there's kind of like Street Fighter concepts in here about offense that might help you out. Every match against a Ryu, I guess there was one Geef one. How many Ryu players are there? Mad Ryu players. All right, so again, Platinum, we're gonna specifically look for what other offensive options he can add to his game. Another Cammy player, good throw tech right there. Missed the cross cut, but got a whiff punish. That was pretty nice. Offensive option, nice crouch fierce. A little bit less damage than he could have gotten on the combo. That one better. Okay. Oh, dropped the second drive rush extension. Oh, I mean, the anti-airs are just a bit unlucky right now. Actually, are you doing medium DP? Is that why it's whiffing? Yeah, you're doing medium DP. You should be doing light DP. Light DP might have hit those. I was confused why it looked a little bit weird. Light DP hits a little bit like closer to you, so it's not gonna move as far forward. Maybe it's a habit from Street Fighter 5, because in Street Fighter 5, like some DPs, only the medium one was air invincible, but in this game every DP is air invincible. And even in Street Fighter 5, Cammy's light one was the invincible one. DP stands for a dragon punch. It's basically what Street Fighter players call every uppercut. I mean, you're just smoking this guy. There's not much to say. Like, the offense is working out perfectly. The only thing is, you can confirm the crouching fierces on counter hit to stand fierce. You did it once, I think, and didn't do it again after that. And then also after the heavy drill, there is a frame kill. I can show you later in training mode, but if you do a light kick after, you can get a meaty crouch fierce. But there was no reason for you to switch up your offense. You did only pick one offensive option pretty much, but it was the one that was right, so I can't say that it was bad to do that. Yeah, in general for anti-airs, light DP, unless they're far away, then you can do heavy. I missed a whiff punish there. I guess you kind of got it, like that was what you were going for. Okay, I mean, that was pretty good. You went for the jab after because it's +1. Yeah, it's the medium DPs is killing you. That's the only reason they're not hitting. It's because you're doing medium instead of light. I feel like you could probably whiff punish a few more of those. The forward heavy punches, there's a lot of recovery on them. Maybe you're scared of something happening after. All right, I can see a little bit now. The crouch fierces have stopped working on offense. They were working initially, but he's kind of adapted. So now is when you kind of gotta switch it up. So there, blocking was obviously one of the options that you could have gone for. That would have beaten that. Kind of the only option. Nice air throw. That was a good way to keep him out of the corner. Nice. Okay. And you can kill here. Oh, you could have killed if you extended it with one more. Okay, and the jump. Yeah, if you just drive rush again, you could do the back heavy kicks. You might have been able to kill without meter. Like, I would say right now you're just keeping your offense very safe, and that's going to work really well in these lower ranks, I think, because people are just going to get scared and mash. But eventually you're going to need to start mixing in throws in case they're just blocking. So right there, that was a good mix up. You went for a throw right after that. Again, the medium DP got you killed. Okay, level 3. I was blocked. That wasn't bad. I'm not saying you should always throw more. Like, against this guy, you were doing the right thing initially. But once they start switching up, you gotta recognize that and start switching up as well. Okay, back medium punch. Not bad. Nice parry. Okay, got the side switch. Oh, I could have gone into drill. Bruh, what? His controller was stuck. Yeah, I mean, I like the pace you're playing at. Nice whiff punish. Nice anti-air as well. You with the wake up super. Oh, the EX full again. Not a bad try or decision. I feel like there was no way he was going to be looking for that. Okay, went for the throw that time. He threw. I don't think I've seen a shimmy yet. So maybe that's something you gotta put in your arsenal as well. Like, it's kind of hard to tell which options you know about and don't, just based on watching a replay. But something I think a lot of lower level players don't do is like delayed options. Like, a lot of people just think of it as you gotta pick an option that's gonna beat like meteor throw. So you gotta either block or press a button or press a throw immediately. But you can do stuff like shimmy, which like you're blocking and then beating a throw. So it's beating both DP and throw tech. You can do a delayed throw on their wake up. So you can hold down back and block, and then you'll still tech the throw if they were trying to throw tech, and then you'll beat them if they're just blocking. So there's things like that you can do to try and increase the odds in your favor. But honestly, you look pretty decent at this game. Once you start doing light DPs and you don't take like 50% from missing your anti-airs, I feel like you're gonna shoot up the ranks. All right, next up we've got Diplomat, Diamond 4, almost master rank, so getting very close. He says, first Street Fighter game, started in gold with Ken, switched to Cammy around when I was near Diamond 1. Finally feel like you're at the point where you can at least thoughtfully interact with players who are much better than you. Looking for tips to push you over the edge into master. These were notes, gives me some context, but you know, nothing we can really answer here. That's the reason I'm asking for specific questions. Maybe there's something I can answer specifically before the match. But if you just ask me for tips, like it's not like giving me insight into what you're thinking about really. We got another Cammy player though. I feel like we should get some variety in the characters, but okay, DI right off the bat. Right now it seems like your neutral is very committal options, which is an okay way to play the game, but it's not going to be consistent. Okay, that could have been a kill if you did another drive rush. Yeah, just need one more hit. Not bad to burn out there. It's not something you need to do, but it's okay since you just need one hit to kill. And you can actually just kill someone's burnout. Like, you could do a stand heavy kick and not get DI'd. I mean, nice combo. Throw. Fierce. Into another one. I mean, the offense looks good so far as well. Yeah, I think the only thing I can really critique so far is like the very committal options you've been picking. The DI, A neutral, the spin knuckles. I think Ryu's is pretty hard to react with heavy spin knuckle. Maybe it's faster recovery, but EX spin knuckle you definitely can react with. So you shouldn't. If the reason you're doing heavy spin knuckle randomly is to get through fireballs, like you can try and react to fireballs. Oh wow, that was a meaty setup. It's not bad to not know about that. I think I got hit by that too by Paladin like a month ago. Nice. Like, you're pretty good at playing footsies from what it looks like. It's just sometimes you choose not to. Like right there. Not really an option you needed to pick. Worst case scenario, you could have gotten like back thrown from that. Put yourself into the corner for taking a risk you didn't need to. That one's punishable. I think it's what, -8? Yeah, -8. So recognize that. Just do a crouch medium punch to punish. Nice anti-air though. Oh, should have done back throw. I thought that was a back throw, but no reason not to back throw there. When you're doing a throw, just think about which one's going to give you the better positioning. What's the choice? Oh, what did you even do there? Backdash? Yeah, you tried backdash. I mean, that's not a bad choice. Cammy specifically though, instead of backdashing, I think it's always better to go for jump EX dive kick. It does the same thing and it's safe, and you get a side switch. Well, I guess you get a side switch either way, but it's safe. Okay, there he tried crouch jab, but crouch jab doesn't beat throw loop. You gotta pick option that beats throw loop if your opponent's just gonna keep throw looping you, you know? Nice punish. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know about the just light kick into dry rush. I guess you assumed it would hit. Wow. Bro, it felt like a different replay, no? Until the last thing, maybe I wasn't paying attention hard enough. Until the last interaction, it felt like a different replay. Oh. Yeah, again with a committal option. Like, you just gotta be confident that you can beat your opponent. Doing things like that makes it seem like you're not confident. Like, you just want it to be over. Okay, now one hit's gonna kill. And you can super through a fireball. Oh, yeah, committed too hard on that. I think you're blowing your resources with the light kick buffers. Okay, yeah, the sweep also a pretty committal option. Oh, drop the combo. Or maybe you just didn't recognize that was a combo fast enough. But yeah, the donkey kicks as well. He's not doing them at spaces that they're safe. Okay, jump back. Has this guy woken up DP a single time? Oh, you can get fierce. Oh wow, drop the combo. Then no anti-air. Oh, he teabagged you. That's disrespectful. Oh, chance. Yeah, I mean, there were a few things. The biggest one being just the committal options. The second one being defense. I think you gotta switch up your defense a little bit more. You're just kind of blocking or jumping back or backdash. If you're gonna jump, you might as well jump out of the corner if you're cornered. So like, you might get anti-aired on the other side, but at least you're out. You gotta go for DPs, throw tech sometimes. Pick different options. All right, so we've got Sage, who sent in their CFN ID. Their name is Sage for their CFN 1450 MR, Blanca player. And the question is, any tips for Guile and Dhalsim? Those matchups are extremely hard for me. Recently, you've been trying to work on your neutral and jumping / waking up less. So immediately off the bat, like, that replay was not Guile or Dhalsim, right? Were any of these replays Guile or Dhalsim? Bro, why is that the question you asked then? Bro, I can't help you for Guile and Dhalsim if you sent a jury replay. Okay, I mean, we'll watch it anyways. We can still help him, okay? We can still give him tips. Okay, nice guy setup. I feel like you could have punished better, and I also don't like spending the drive rush here. So first, I think you do, I guess maybe you can't do stand heavy kick, right? Because it launches. Maybe just do stand heavy punch coward crouch. But I don't like spending the drive rush here because it puts you so close to burnout, when a different combo could have done almost as much damage, just a little bit less, and you'd not be burned out almost here. Like you got lucky the parry worked out. It was a nice parry. If that didn't work, you were burned out and you might have lost. Probably would have lost. Okay, no confirm on the crouch medium punch. It's definitely confirmable. You can do it into drive rush. Okay, nice pressure. Block. Nice. Okay, drop the combo there too. I think there was okay because you would have had 2 bars left over, but still, you can do more damage than that, I think. Okay, then just a wake up super. This was a terrible risk. I'm not gonna lie, this was a horrible risk. Right here, the super doesn't work out. You lose not only this round, but probably the next round. If you didn't do this wake up super, you probably can land a hit into the super. You got like a 80% chance to win the round maybe on this situation. But you throw it, like making this decision, you see drive rush and win for it. This is Oki. She can block. This is not a, if you're saying you reacted to the heavy kick, then but yeah, she can block after this drive rush. Maybe, I guess you didn't know, but yeah, she can block. Reacted to the drive rush, but I mean that doesn't matter. Like reacting to the drive rush is just for Oki. So I guess you just gotta recognize those situations better when they can block in time. Oh, I think you tried to anti it, right? That was a back medium kick. I think just stand heavy kick is probably better, right? I don't really know, but I feel like stand heavy kick is more active. Maybe not though. I don't actually know for sure. Okay, nice. Oh, you could kill? Okay, this is still great for you. Oh no. I think you mistimed that, right? I saw you do that earlier, but most people just do hop, right? I thought hop was what people normally do. I don't know if light ball actually is plus there, but you would probably know. I don't know, maybe it's the same thing. Very close to burnout right now. That's why that EXDP was scary. Okay, and then I mean that's just online jury player things. But when you have like less than 3 drive gauge bars, you gotta think, is doing the EXDP even worth it if it hits? Because sometimes it's not. Like you were very close to burnout because you did a DP, even though it hit. You don't have to block. There's other options. You can do jump back and then do a ball. You can throw tech. Like there's different options you take. Like EXDP is going to beat like a lot of options, but it's like the least reward pretty much because it takes 2 bars. Yeah, after drive rush with momentum, a lot of characters get stuff like that. The 2 stand mediums into the low medium. Even Blanca gets that with back medium kick. Okay, yeah, I think stand heavy kick might actually work against the dive kick. I'm not sure though. Okay, didn't check that. Meta does stand heavy kick to check drive rush. 7 frames goes decently far, and then you can confirm into super. Nice. Oh, a little bit far. Not sure what that slide was. Yeah, I think the drive rush checks are getting you killed now. That's the main way he's been getting in, and then like, the pressure just starts. Okay, nice. I gotta wonder, I feel like going for Oki makes more sense here. You're about 1 hit away from doing a level 3. Maybe you just don't go for that setup. I don't even know if that setup, like you can get the Blanca Chan out in time. Yeah, I mean, if you got the Blanca Chan out, like I think it makes sense what you did if you can get a guaranteed way to get it out, but sometimes it's just better to keep it simple. Yeah, I think drive rush check, the main thing being you were trying to check with lights. Pretty much no character checks drive rush with lights. I think Blanca players do stand heavy kick to check drive rush, and then you can combo into super if it counter hits. And then yeah, the drive gauge management the first game, and also with the EXDPs. I would say the main problem is that you're overspending. Like you think you need to spend, but you don't need to. Like the first one, you extended your combo with a drive rush when you didn't need to. You could have done less damage, but kept yourself in a better position. And then the second thing is like you were doing a lot of EX up balls when that's just your most expensive meter option. But there's other things you can mix it up with so that you're not going to risk putting yourself in burnout. All right, next up we have Alice, a 1289 MR Master. So this is on the lower side of Master rank. And their question is, any matchup tips for Ken? Which again is not very specific. Hopefully they sent in some Ken replays because then I could give them tips for Ken. Okay, I mean, this first one says Cammy is all I'm saying. So you did the prompt wrong? Are you asking for Cammy matchup tips then? I'm confused. What do you mean you did the prompt wrong? Either way, offense starting up, that's not bad. Okay, I feel like that mix-up, you messed something up there. That didn't seem like the right mix-up to do. Oh, anti-air? Kimberly got a crouch fierce anti-air. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were too far for crouch fierce, I think. Or stand fierce. So I think you had to do something else. Or maybe stand medium kick goes farther, right? So off of that drive rush crouch medium kick, you could have gotten a stand medium kick. Okay, I can see the anti-airs are a bit of a problem right now. Maybe you're scared of dive kick. But you also have like EX Tatsu that could be dive kick. If that's the issue, what did you try here? Jump. No, you did. Oh, okay. Wait, what are you doing here on Wake Up? You're like jiggling your stick and then pressing a button. Are you trying to do super? You just, the second one you did your super too late. The first one you missed your super input. Oh no. Okay, a couple things right there. This is not something you should have done. But also, is that what you meant to do? It's hard seeing because your inputs are so weird. I guess that was what you meant to do, but like you did that on block. You didn't even try to hit him from it. And it would have been unsafe. Like, I've been saying this for a bit, but very committal options like that you don't need to do. Even in a position like this, like you have her in burnout, you're very close to CA being able to kill. So focus on like how you can win instead of just going for like a YOLO option. Okay, try to super. Super also doesn't beat jab. I don't know if you knew that. I mean, he just kind of opened you up that last round. Okay, we got a Ken. A little bit far on the stand medium kick there. You're just getting throw loop now. Okay, nice tech. I like it. Fighting out of the corner. Also a good choice. Nice. Offense looking good. Okay, there was autopilot. You only do this if you see that they throw tech, but there he just did a parry, so I think you were just gonna do that no matter what. You should be looking to see if they parried or not before you like commit to that. It's okay pressing the button, but you shouldn't do the teleport unless they actually threw. Okay, nice super. Ooh, the DI. Just had to check that one. The other thing, he did a fireball into drive rush. You just gotta get better at perfect parrying the fireball. It's pretty hard, but it's something you can practice. Okay, another in player. You try to throw. Yeah, it seems like your inputs are just not very clean. Like honestly, you just might have to go in training mode and practice your inputs a little bit more and make sure they're tightened up. See exactly what you're doing wrong. Yeah, there again, you're expecting the throw tech, but you're not like reacting to it. So you're putting yourself in a position that you don't need to because you're being lazy about how you're doing it. And yeah, that DI, very big risk. It beats the overhead, but it doesn't beat anything else. So it's very risky to do that DI against Jinrai kick. I'll get to that question after. We'll go in training mode, Alice. We'll talk about it. Okay, EX slide. I think that might have been a good option, but it was just too slow. Like, it was a good try at least. Okay, this is getting zoned out right here. I think you didn't recognize that was a portal he set up and you just parried. Oh. Yeah, you gotta try and approach though. Alright, we're getting in. Nice combo. Into the throw. Oh, but no fierce that time. Like, it looked like you were trying to shimmy him and then you just didn't do what you wanted to do. Okay, there you got it. I don't like burning out there. I guess you can kill here, right? Okay, never mind. I was not familiar. That was the right choice. It's just I always see people do the drive rush. I feel like maybe drive rush just does more damage. But either way, you probably had to spend 1 bar. Oh. Yeah, okay, so right here, JP specifically, after you block this, look, it's plus 10. You're not going to be able to jump away from this. And he keeps doing it. He did it again. You should recognize this and then block. Like, it's kind of a mix-up. So there, you blocked. But at that point, you already took a lot of life. Yeah, in general, after you block like that overhead ghost or the portal into spike, you have to block the spike after, and then you can start moving. Okay, I like how we're starting to approach a little bit more here. I think the last 2 rounds you played a little bit too passive. You stayed back and then you just kind of kept getting hit by stuff. Okay, I like the super here. Get the power up and you're pretty much 1 throw away from killing. Probably 2 of them. Wow, that was incredibly fast. I think you just did it. If that was a reaction, that was good. If you just did it, that was terrible. JP can kill you for that. If you just did DI there, which it seems like you did, but we'll just say you reacted instead of that. But if you just did it, like, he could have side switched into level 3 into point, like, guesser game. You definitely don't want to take the risk there. Sure, he probably was not going to react because you hadn't done it, but still the risk versus reward is so bad that I just would never do that in that situation, because you have like a 99% chance of winning the round. Well, probably less because you had a level 3. Let's say you had like an 80% chance of winning the round, and then it goes down to, well, if he reacted, you're probably 90% losing the round. All right, so the question you asked specifically was that should you just do the run stop instead? Like he said, going for the teleport is risky, so maybe you just do the run stop instead and get the same combo. I would argue that it's the same thing either way if that's how you're thinking about it, because run stop is also, look, -4, so they can punish it. The reason that you see other Kimberly players do things into run is because they mix up their approaches after the run. So that's something that you haven't even started to implement in your gameplay, I don't think. So we'll talk about that second, but first, for the shimmy part of it, you just walk back and forth. If you see them tech, then you do this. You can even do the fierce and then confirm whether they teched or not. Like, you just walk back and forth, you press the fierce, oh, I saw that they teched, then you press do it. And then if they didn't, you're just like, oh, I don't need to. But for the other Kimberly specific thing, like, so this obviously just is not going to frame trap a button at any time because it takes so long. If you run stop, you're going to get counter hit, I guess. But the reason you see top level Kimberlys do this is because they can condition their opponent with other things. They can, so first, crouch fierce into this one is a frame trap. So this one is a real mix up, meterless. People will be very scared to press a button off of crouch fierce into it because they can do this as a frame trap without any meter. And then if you want to spend EX, even stand fierce is a frame trap. I think stand medium kick. Oh, not stand medium kick actually, but stand fierce into EX is a frame trap. So that's why they're able to do this, is because they're playing against good players that are trying to check. By doing this to condition your opponent not to press a button, they can then do this and steal a turn. The next person we're going to take a look at, because I want to get a good variety, we got an Iron 1 player, Silent Snake OSP. His question is, how should he change his approach in neutral and how to go creating openings on offense? All right, so once again, offense, neutral, just take a look at these two videos. We'll go over the general concepts. For specific things, we can watch your replays. Oh wow, we got a casual match. All right, so not a bad choice doing the drink at the start. His question was about approaching and then also offense. So that right there, not the best way to approach. Right now you're just kind of doing special moves. The breakdance move is good against projectiles. You probably can react with it against Akis. You don't want to just do it in neutral though, it's very unsafe. In general, you don't want to just spam very punishable moves, because if your opponent's just blocking, which is like their default thing that they would do, then you're just gonna, oh my god, I didn't even know who won. Okay, that combo could have been a little bit more optimal. Wow, that actually punished. I'm surprised. Okay, nice block. Okay, got through. Still not the best option because he could have just blocked into the sweep. Yeah, so basically you're playing, the way you're playing neutral is just by doing very committal things. I was kind of talking about it to a lesser extent at the beginning of this, with like things like Cammy spin knuckle, but this is just like extremely punishable, right? The breakdance, the sweep. I mean, even master Jamie player just spam the sweep, but not the breakdance, at least, because sweep is less punishable. Like, it's kind of hard to punish Jamie's sweep actually. But instead of doing that, you just gotta do things like press normals. You know, you're just doing special moves. I feel like that's, you know, casual Smash players, they just mash B buttons to do all their special moves because they look cooler. I feel like maybe that's kind of the thought process here, but you want to use your normals. Normals is like the main way you're fighting when you play fighting games. It's not really with the specials. Like other ways you can try and steal offense is by like doing drive rush in. It looks like you don't know about drive rush yet, given that you're completely new or haven't tried to implement it. Okay, nice reaction. Do you have a combo to kill? No. So the combos could use a little bit of work as well, because you could have actually won there if you did a even extremely unoptimal combo you could have killed. But I can see the thought process. It's just, I think you don't really have an understanding of how Street Fighter is supposed to be played. So you're just kind of doing all these special moves because you think that's what the character is. But the character is a lot more their normals than their special moves. Okay, you can kill here, but I'm sure you don't know the combo. Yeah. So just, I mean, you can take a look at my Jamie Road to Master first video, and you'll already have better combos than the one you're doing. All right, we're gonna end with someone a little bit higher in the rank system. This guy's over 1500 MR, master rank player. Again, a Cammy. I wanted to split up the Cammy players a little bit because apparently all of you guys play Cammy that watch my stuff. The question, how can I improve? It's not really a thing I can answer without watching the replay, so let's just go and do that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with not knowing your specific questions. Like a lot of the times when you're learning some things, you don't know what you don't know, so you don't know what to ask. Something you can do against like normal into drive rush is just mashing DP so that it'll beat throws, and then Normally, it will be safe if they just do a block string because you'll block anyways. Manon specifically, she can do a block string into low, so it doesn't really apply to Manon, I think, anymore. Oh no, got another medal. Low key right there, I think it's good just to jump. You might as well just take the hit, lose the round, instead of giving her another medal. This is a bad matchup, is it? I mean, I don't really play Cammy too much, so I don't. But I guess it's a bad matchup. Okay, I like the offense. Went for the shimmy that time. EX dive kick to get in. Maybe not necessary. I feel like EX dive kick you don't really need to do as Cammy, because it's just spending 2 bars for not really much benefit. Oh, you could have done crouch medium punch. I think that would combo. Level 1 maybe. I feel like there was something more optimal you could have done. Maybe like drive rush into stand heavy punch into medium knuckle. Drive rush, stand heavy punch, charge DP. I think that combos. Okay. Okay, there you didn't need to do the drive rush. So it's the same advice I gave the Blanca player earlier. So thank you, Punk, for the 3 gifted subs. Appreciate it. But here on the punish, since you only have 4 drive gauge bars, it's not really worth extending your combo to the point that you're close to burnout when it doesn't give you that much more damage. You also could have done crouch fierce into stand fierce first, but I think I would have just done the crouch fierce, stand fierce into drill, kept my drive gauge healthy. No problem, Punk. Always happy to help the up-and-comers who don't have very many results. Okay, nice confirm. Throw. I feel like maybe you've been shimmying too much. Maybe that's something you would keep in mind. It's hard to tell just off of one replay though. Like maybe you just need to throw more is what I'm trying to say. What happened there? How did you get side switched? You tried to shimmy? That's kind of crazy. You got a grab there. But I guess you just have to backdash the shimmy there. You were too close. I thank you for the subs. You just weren't paying attention. That happens a lot. If it happens a lot, that's just something you shouldn't be doing. You gotta shimmy with a backdash if you're too close. Like the reason Jury's throw loop, she can't just like dash and then walk back. She has to forward dash into backdash is because you just can't shimmy with walking back. So there you just got like an option you can also do is delay throw, like block and then throw. So you'll block a reversal and then you'll tech a throw or throw them if they're blocking. Yeah, backdash shimmy loses to reversal though. So like that's why you just don't want to be in a position where you're so close that you can't shimmy. It's just worse than being like a little bit farther away where you can threaten both the shimmy and the throw. But in that situation, like, I don't know, the back throw I feel like is really bad to take. Okay, that was good. Nice back throw. Okay, I don't think you needed to stun right away. Maybe you could have pressured a little bit more. Done your like heavy punch spin knuckle a little bit. Try and get him to panic a little bit. Because he had just gotten burned out. And you need to make a huge comeback. It's not like the stun is getting you close to killing. Either way, you have to hit him a few more times. So why not like try and hit him a few more times while he's burned out instead of not burned out. Oosh. I think maybe you're also just getting a little bit too close to Manon when you don't need to, where you're in the range of her stand medium punch. I feel like there's a range you can play a little bit outside of that where you can threaten with buttons and she has to press like her slower buttons, which might be a little bit better. Yeah, so you're just trying to shimmy again. You went for the throw that time though. Is that right? I don't think that's max damage. I feel like you just did that because it looked cool. There's no way that does more than the actual combo. Yeah, you definitely could have killed. Maybe you just drive rush again. You might. I feel like that might have even killed without bar, but I'm not sure. That wasn't a bad DI. The first one was pretty risky. That one was less risky because all he could do was super parry. Okay, that EX dive kick was just nowhere near hitting. I feel like you're getting kind of scared of Nana's buttons, so you're just kind of attacking anything. So you just gotta be a little bit less scared, I feel like, and be more confident in your buttons. Like, I feel like you're walking into his range and he presses the button first, and then he's also walking into his range and then pressing the button. Like, you just kind of gotta walk in and out with like your buttons in mind. All right, so since Punk the God asked for some advice on this set in particular, I'm not sure. He said this guy sucked. Let's just take a look at the last game of it. Okay, pretty good defense so far. That was a terrible jump, but you got lucky that guy didn't anti-air you. Going for a random spin knuckle. That was a good sweep, I guess. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what should have happened the first time. You're getting kind of crazy with these jumps. Oh, you burned out. Let's see, you gotta manage your meter better. Oh, you shouldn't have jabbed. Jab loses to DI there, obviously. Shouldn't have stand medium kicked either. Bro, like, you're just picking bad options. That was not good to do. Okay, nice side switch. Oh yeah, you messed up your shimmy. Okay, the punish into the back throw. Oh, what was that? You tried an EX drill, or maybe you thought that was a fireball? You thought it was an EX fireball? Yeah, you gotta check the drive rush. Okay, finally got it. But if you checked it earlier, you might not have had to spend that. What is this, iron ranked? I mean, pretty much. Cammy players making so many mistakes. Oh, yeah, you shouldn't whip like that. Whiffing is bad. Oh, and a wake up DP. Only scrubs wake up DP, so you gotta not do that. Okay, see, and now you're close to burnout. So that was just not very good. Alright, that's going to be the end of the replay reviews. Hopefully you guys learned something. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video. Leave a like. Fill out the forum if you want your replays reviewed in the future. Hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next one.